Spring is here, and I'm working on a new trailer for my channel. But first, some maintenance. Last time on She Rules the Waves, I took you with me on a beautiful solo sail around Saltholmen and gave you a glimpse of an old fort. This time, I'm showing you how to service an old self-tailing Lewmar winch while hiding out from the wind. I am currently working on a new trailer for the channel, and I'm really excited to present that to you soon outside of our regular programming. And as always, if you like these videos, don't forget to share, like, and subscribe. Hey guys, so it's just me and Lazie.
Hello.
Hanging out in the boat today. Sun is shining, but the wind is howling, so it's not going to be any sailing today, unfortunately. I'm going to do some maintenance. I'm going to service the main winches, and I'm going to show you how that works. So after that, I'll probably just hang out here with Lazie and have a nice little lazy evening in the boat.
Oy.
Alright, so it's time to do some maintenance on the winch. This one is the one that I'm gonna do today. And what you need is some kind of towel to spread the parts on so you don't make a mistake when you're about to reassemble it again. You need probably a screwdriver to get the screws on top off, a little bucket, a bunch of white spirit, some winch grease, and a little dab of oil that I'll get to later. Let's get to it. Yeah, so I forgot one of the most important things, the toothbrush. That's really important to get all the grease out with the white spirit. Alright, so the first thing you do is you have to release the screws. Well, it might be different on different kind of winches. Some of them actually has this tiny little screw inside here. Some of them doesn't even have any screws at all, so it's a little different. For me, it's 4 of these. Then you have these little things. They definitely need to be cleaned. As you can see, this one, sometimes it gets stuck in here. It doesn't really matter as long as you know where they go. This is all some dirty, greasy stuff here, as it's supposed to be. So what I usually like to do is that this one and all these parts is one thing, and then I take these ones and I put them in the bath of white spirit. So let's start with that. Start with this and these. I usually take it systematically one part at a time so that I remember how everything is supposed to be when I put it back together. All right, let's do it. It's important to make sure that you get all the gunk out from inside, so you gotta roll these thingies sometimes. This part is a little worse, as you can see. So I usually start with some paper. And then comes the fun part, which is this one. So here you gotta be a little careful, because when you pull these out, and this one especially, there's gonna be some springs and stuff that you have to be careful with, so you don't get them lost. You see it? I lost one there. It's gonna be in here, so I'm glad I caught that. This one is actually broken. There's supposed to be another piece here. We'll take care of that in a minute. Here, this thing is intact compared to this one that's broken. You can see actually the other part of the broken one down there. But the spring for this one is obviously not intact. That's not much of a spring. So what I need to do is get that out, and replace the spring and replace... I don't even know what this is called in English. I think in Swedish we call it klack. If you know what it's called in English, put that in the comments, please. You see, this one is broken, this one is not broken. This one is obviously broken, and this one is not broken. So this is typically a good thing to have in your boat, small bags of replacement stuff. At least a few of them seems to be in working order. Let's get back to it. So that's that part, and then we have another. So let's go and get that. As you can see here, there's been an overload of grease, and you don't actually have to have that much grease when you put it back together, so just have to be greased, not like baptized in it. and you gotta get this one slide up. And to do that, you have to take this little thing out. Don't lose that. This one seems to be in good springy condition. Still have to take them off and clean them though. Now, just to be sure, I want to keep those things on that side and the other things on this side, so there's no confusion into which parts belongs where. And that one seems to be whole. Alright, so when you're done with all the cleaning, it's time to grease. And as I said before, these things needs a little oil and the rest of it needs grease. So first of all, you gotta mount these back, and that's not always as easy as it seems. So there is actually a specific oil that you should use for these, but I was told by someone I consider to be an expert that it works okay with any kind of lubricant, as long as it has to be fluid, very fluid, like not grease. So those are in place, and I already greased and put the other gears back. So here we have the Anderson winch grease. Just put a small amount on every piece that needs to be greased, and it should be fine. It has to be thorough, but it doesn't have to be much, if you know what I mean. Then put these together, and it should be able to just slide right back in. Clicks very nicely. All right. So let's take the next step. Once you greased everything up, slide it back together. And then this is the time where you have to remember where you want this. Like that. Put in these two. And then you're good to go. So that was a nice evening, a nice day, and now it's going to be a nice night. Listening to the creaks of the lions outside and the splashing of the waves in the aft. I'm gonna sleep tight. I hope you do too. Until next time, take care.